Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. There's no secret anymore that Avdiivka was lost a few days ago officially, but the problem is the Russians are advancing fast towards west. And earlier today I made a video on using a Ukrainian article claiming that the Ukrainians withdrew out of the last let me show you the last village over there that Russians conquered, which is this one, Lastochkyne. So this was the one that the Ukrainians withdrew from, retreated from. I made a video on that today. And they said, well, they did that. They retreated on these three positions right here. And these three positions were none other than Orlivka, Tonenke, Berdych line. So that is this line here. But guess what? We got an article from the Ukrainian now with this title. Russia assaults Orlivka from three fronts after Ukrainian armed forces retreated from Lastochkyne. So after they retreated from this one right here, I'm going to show you two other maps. After they retreated here, these guys are just going to surround this they are attacking it from three fronts. And here is a map showing that right there. So that's one of the maps. Remember, these are the Ukrainians reporting. These are not the Russians reporting. And it says here, Russian troops are attempting to assault Orlivka from three sides after the Ukrainian armed forces withdrew from Lastochkyne in Donetsk Oblast. The spokesman for the Tavria Operational Strategic Group on air today. Quote, the armed forces have indeed withdrawn from the village of Lastochkyne, which is located immediately west of Avdiivka. There are difficult terrain conditions there, a cascade of small water reservoirs, and this qualifies as stabilizing the defense line, leveling it out to some extent. The enemy continues to attempt offensive actions towards the settlement of Orlivka, conducting them from three fronts, but they are unsuccessful. I think you're already running west. That's what I think. So it says here that according to Likovy, Ukraine's defense forces are making every effort to kill the enemy who continues to attack with larger assault groups, not sparing their cannon fodder, having an advantage in aircraft and artillery. So that's another one right here from Ukrinform, the same thing. Today, the 26th of February 2024. Russians storming Orlivka from three directions after Ukraine pulls back from Lastochkyne. So the same right here, the same statement. And now let's go and take a look over the map. Let's go to this map from far, far away. Ukraine front line right here. And Avdiivka is right here in Donetsk Oblast. So let's go to Avdiivka. Right here, this is Avdiivka, which is already conquered by, or liberated as they say it, right here by the Russians. Now, they don't go deeper than that. Right here, let's see what they say on this one, what the Russians say. Oh, yeah, we're going closer. Sometimes you can do this, it seems like these mofos. Avdiivka, this is Lastochkyne right here. Orlivka is right here. This is an unupdated map, because if you look at this one right here, you see how it looks? It's a little bit more like that. All right, and the Russians, which is this one, they don't show us that. They just show this one right here, but it's probably one, but this is Orlovka. And we got the other map, which is even better than this one, right here. This is Avdiivka. Let's see how this works. This is very sensitive, mofo. So this is Avdiivka right here, conquered. Orlivka, pop, here, and this is where they are attacking. Not too much. The Ukrainian map actually shows the most of it right here. So I think the Ukrainians, I mean, that was obviously a lie. We just retreated to a better position. That, I think, tells us that the retreat withdrawn from Avdiivka was just a disorganized, let's go. and they say, well, we retreated in better positions. Those positions, I think they were not prepared. They just where the Russians caught them. They are fighting right now over there because that's where the Russians caught them from behind. It's not that they, oh, now, whew, we got here, guys. Thank you very much. Now, let's wait for the Russians because you got all these ready for us. Defensive. I don't think so. I think they just got what they say. Now you stop right here. You do something, fortification right here. Organize it like this line and nothing because they didn't have anything ready. That's what I think. This is what Ted tells me. These guys just leave like hasty from Avdiivka. You saw the videos. Running, unfortunately. I think the criminals in the command office in Kiev, I think they just didn't allow them to leave earlier. I think they should have left at least 2 months before they ordered the evacuation today or retreat. And tomorrow it was already surrounded. That was not an organized retreat. That was like escapes who can escape, whomever it. And I think that shows it. Remember the line, I did it today, that video on that little straight line. Oh, we're ready. We're waiting for the Ruskies. And the guys are attacking you from 3 directions. It doesn't mean that they're successful, but this comes from the Ukrainians, doesn't come from the Russians. So they tell me the shit must be at least 3 times worse or bigger than these guys are reporting it. My direct experience with their reporting is this. When the Ukrainians are losing somewhere, but I know, my bad, I know they never lose, but anyway. So when they lose this much, they actually lose this much. More than it, 3 times more, 4 times more. When they win, again, 3 times more, 4 times more. The Russians go by 2, right? So maybe 2 times, that's their exaggeration or minimalization of all this, minimizing the reality. My direct experience, what am I supposed to do? I'm wrong? I don't think so. I've been covering this every day, at least 3 times a day, reading their garbage. Don't you think that I have a pattern already? I can publish a study on this guys' pattern, my friends. So here it is. The Russians, I think they're all the way and really, really moving fast to the west. I think they should be cautious, but as Miyamoto Musashi said in the book of five rings, in his Gori no Sho, he said, when you see the enemy faltering, then you put everything over there and you go and knock him out. In his case, kill him. So I think that's what the Russians are doing here. I think the Ukrainians are in disarray, not only in Avdiivka, I think they are in Krasny Liman as well, in Marinka, in Bakhmut, and in Kupiansk, especially in Kupiansk. I suspect in the next week or 2 to hear more of this kind of desperation calls coming from the Ukrainians. And that would not be solved just like this, bringing some weapons. I don't think so. But we'll see. Time will tell. Patience is a virtue still. So thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. See you later, my friends.